Welcome back. If you just joined us, you're still glued to your TV screen on Captain Television, and you're watching Engendered, a show where we discuss everything about the female gender. Well, one thing is tend to be like popular today, and when you ask anyone what's happening, it's Tuesday actually, and it's not weekend, but there's something that happening out there, happening on the social media space, happening in our midst, because we got talking about it. When you meet one or two persons in the entertainment industry, they talk about it. What's that thing? I guess your guess is as good as mine. Bukola, how are you today? Mercy, how you doing? Let's not reveal it yet. Let's let them wonder what that is.
But if you ask me, they already know. They do.
Exactly.
Really?
They do. Because
from this point is an open secret.
No, not even an open secret. As of yesterday, we're already getting prepared. People who don't have data already borrowing data to know.
But why do you think it's so, Joe? Because I don't feel like I know when you have perhaps someone as you want to be a fan, or you're a fan, you want to see that person's life progresses, you want to watch how they move from stardom to stardom or not, their everyday activities, but to the extent at which people carry people's life, you know, is that not too much of an activity?
It's not too much. You know, human beings like to, we wonder about ourselves. You know, just by yourself, you know just about your life. Yeah. But then when you see someone that is seemingly bigger than you, that you, okay, let me say, like a few people know you outside of, you know, you're just, okay, you work here, your work people, your family, your church.
Yeah.
But imagine someone that
the whole the entire world,
other country, other people,
your enemies, even
your enemies. You know, why wouldn't you wonder? People wonder about other people.
Indeed. Well, like we've already begun talking about it, but you know already, it's the Davido's and Chioma wedding. I think it's
Davido 2024.
Everybody is talking about this thing. Every social influencer in the social media space talking about it. Hashtag Davido 2024. Well, it's been remarkable following the activities. I had to follow too, because I have to be on this show to talk about it, you know, so I had to follow. But really, it's been remarkable, and we want you to for those of you who have missed it, we're going to bring the video to you so that you can watch through some of the moments that made the TV screen and the wedding activities. So we'll have our MCR plate.
Look at each other, yes. Lovely.
Lights closer, please. Hey, one more minute. Get to your last shots, we're about to leave. Sorry guys, can we put this in our down now?
Where's Dami? Where's White? White! White!
Hello. TV. Sorry, hold on.
Oh wow, so much beautiful videos out there, the styling, the hair, the
everything,
everything about the
10
wedding.
plus 10 minus 10 minus nothing.
Just use
Exactly.
The composure.
Who don't want a wedding like that?
Exactly.
It's beautiful. The people, the personalities that made it to the wedding. We
Wedding
saw the
that graced the occasion.
We saw
president.
We saw the recent governor.
I saw a comment. The person was like, Davido is fooling men, not boys.
Exactly. Exactly. That's why you said you should have people at your backing.
Exactly.
You understand? Well, I'll take some comment because we're not just going to show you the videos, but some reactions to that made it on social media as to, well, where there are people celebrating, others are there saying, oh, maybe they are foreseeing things that are not necessary. But, well, like Buki said earlier, while we're on break, that everybody have their decisions to make. Mercy said so the same way. Well, we're taking a comment from Solomon Buchi. He says, I must commend Chioma for never having been on a podcast, interview, or rant talking about her relationship with Davido. In almost a decade, she's never given the public a beat about their relationship, even amid the scandals. I respect people who never bring family matters online. Big respect, because nobody on the internet cares. Well, this is a commendation from Solomon Buchi, commending Chioma for her conduct, like composure, just like you said, throughout her relationship with Davido. Despite the ups and downs, they've had that ups and downs, but yet
it's I would say over the years, you know, we've followed this seemingly perfect, not so perfect relationship. You know, everybody always has their own to say anytime anything happens. I remember the time they broke up. That one time we all remember. And it seemed like, okay, Davido now is not up for grabs. She's not in the picture anything. She didn't say anything. The only thing I remember now was when I think she went to the gym. I think it was her first public sighting. She went to the gym and people were just like commending her. She did not even say anything. She just went to the gym to get ripped, maybe get him jealous or something. I don't know, but anyways, congratulations to them, and you know, happy married life.
I'll have you Mercy comment on this. Well, there's one media personality, Damisian, who has come out to say Chioma did not win because marriage is not a consolidation prize for sticking by a man that disrespects your relationship time and time again. Wake up being picked for marriage to endure infidelity is not a win. Another comment, someone made a comment that this whole marriage thing is just to bring another Annie Idibia, okay, on stage again. So but Davido, while during the traditional wedding, he was asked what he was going to give their daughter, and he said respect, he said connection, he said another thing. Yes, he said another thing, protection, but he spoke about respect. So this media personality is now saying that he feels like Chioma did not win as much as many people are saying, oh, she won at last. She's the one, and she's the one that is being tied with the knot. So that no, she's not winning, because a man who constantly cheats on her, who disrespects her, marriage should not be a consolidation. What do you say about this?
Well, if you ask me, people are entitled to their different opinion per se. The person who is saying this, we don't know. If we could maybe just play your own private life or marriage or relationship, I wouldn't know whether he or she is married, but if we could play it on screen and see, maybe, who knows, yours might be worse than worse than the one you are describing, marriage not being a consolidation. Like I said, people have their different choices to make, and I'm one of the persons that believe that no matter how close we are, even if I'm your best friend, no matter how much we joke, I believe I owe you respect to an extent. So I believe that is Chioma's decision, and we can't you won't cut off a neck because you're having headache. We understand that the fact that on few occasions or several occasions perhaps Davido has disrespected her, but the love she has, where did the Bible even quote say love is greater than everything? So the love, who knows, the love she has for him, the husband, is greater than his mistakes and shortcomings, and I think that's why she has stick around all the while. And there is one thing about a woman who is in love. There is a saying I came across once. He said the two people you cannot advise is people who have money and a woman who is in love. There is nothing you can tell her in this life that she would believe. That she doesn't want to hear. Once she's in love, she's in love. That's the only thing that is in her head. That's the only thing she knows. That's the only thing she cares about. So who knows, that might be the situation. But
the love never is not forever. To some extent, I've heard people who were married say that okay, they were in love with your partner, but of course when they got married it was whole different, and the love did not stay. They had to look for other things to perhaps spice their marriage. And they said I think, is it relationships with marriage open your eyes? And
yes,
I think
marriage
like
open
that.
your eyes
exactly
to, yes.
So it's don't you think, okay, now I'm not saying perhaps, like, let me play the devil's advocate now. Well, she's having a fun time in terms of relationship. Now getting married, it's a whole different ball game. Okay, and a comment here, let me read this comment that says I hope Davido doesn't cheat again, and cheating on your wife and buying her a ring worth 2 to 3 Rolls Royce is wow.
To me, this is just a hypocrite. This is just being two-sided. The person that said this, let me not just say because this is a live show, but it doesn't mean me. I feel like Chioma have seen all these things, so for her to she want to stick around, so she's ready for it, like she's in for it, if you ask me.
No, but the thing is, in this instant, I won't totally be against this person, because it's one thing to, you know, cheat on your girlfriend. It's another thing for everyone to know that this is your wife and you are publicly still doing it. It's a whole new ball.
Exactly.
I mean, I won't say you can shed off a girlfriend. I won't say it's not. I won't say it's easy, but
a wife.
How easy is it to shake off a wife?
A wife, exactly.
Like,
and not just a wife.
I understand this person's point where they're coming from, because you know you can do. It's a girlfriend. I would say, regardless, you should be faithful to your partner.
Yes,
because you are in a relationship, whether it's it's pre-marriage or marriage. This is a commitment.
And I just want to add to this. You cannot compare the life of a public figure, not just a public figure, a big public figure, to the life of mere people like every other person.
What are you saying?
Don't they have blood? No, you don't understand what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is Chioma deciding to get married to Davido or concluded, understand the nature of what he does, understand that with the kind of job he does, or with the kind of career he has or he's doing, he won't be there all the time. She knows all this. She's an adult, so she knows all this. She knows that there are days he won't even be there as a father to their child. I am not saying he's right. I'm not trying to justify that, but
exactly, because
that is reality.
If it's enough justification,
no, I'm not trying
committed in a marriage or in a relationship. Now, for instance, let's not talk about Davido and Chioma now. Let's say now you have a husband who is a public well-known figure, and he perhaps goes out and he's not always home. When he goes, he cheats on you. Do you think being a public figure justifies the fact that he cheats on you?
It doesn't justify that, but let me speak from the point of reality. We are all humans. Sometimes it's not intentional. I'm not trying to justify Davido's behavior or attitude, don't get me wrong, but what I'm trying to say is that as a public figure, you don't compare Davido, who is a big artist, just maybe my ordinary people boyfriend and girlfriend. Ordinary people boyfriend and girlfriend, because
they are human beings. They are trying to live.
No, allow me to land. I'm going somewhere. In a case like Davido, Davido is a public figure that even girls themselves will throw themselves at him. They just want to. I've come across someone on social media that say, even if it's just a night, you understand that even if it's just a night, they just want to throw them. And in most cases, the ladies are the one throwing themselves at him, and not the other way around. So that's why I'm trying to say, I'm not trying to justify that at all. But I'm just trying to understanding something now. I am understanding in social media.
She already chose.
Exactly.
She already
yes.
chose. This is a decision.
Because like it or not, ladies always throw themselves at him.
She wouldn't have said yes.
Exactly.
She wouldn't have said
okay, so let's look at it from a different
and you might want to
angle.
ask me, you might want to ask me what happens to self-discipline, what happens to self-respect, even if they throw themselves at him, why is he not able to resist them? Whoa.
But I'm not asking you. I didn't ask you. I did not ask you.
I said let me answer ahead of time.
I want to bring in another angle. So looking at how this whole Davido and Chioma thing started. Okay, one would say, okay, usually we have some level of, in terms of morality in the society, but nobody's talking about that. Okay, I know perhaps there is no white wedding currently in the picture, but we don't know what their plan is because it keeps unfolding.
Yeah.
Yes, so but right now is a traditional, but nobody is talking about the sanctity of I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't define what should be normal. What should be a norm? Everybody opinion could be a norm. Everybody lifestyle could be a norm. But in a way, the society has placed it, whereby the woman, first of all, you go to school, you graduate. After graduation, you get a job. Perhaps if there is no job, you get married. Before you give birth to children, right? So but in this situation it's the reverse the case, and yet it seems as nobody's saying anything. Everybody's celebrating. So do you think there's a call for questioning, because in terms of children, young ones, and the generations yet unborn coming up, okay, because these are people we look up to.
Exactly.
These are people that people want to
better example.
Exactly. So what we should do? Are we certain? Does it matter? Should it matter?
Yeah. Yes, it matters, but sadly, I say sadly, we live in a generation where everything the power and money, you can just get away with anything as long as you have the money.
Baby mama
Exactly, baby mama generation. Because there was a time when Rihanna had her second child, everybody was not like people were tapping from her blessing. So someone on social media came out and said, look at the way everyone is congratulating her. If it was maybe an average or ordinary poor girl that got pregnant, everybody would throw stone, everybody would throw shade at her. But because he's a famous, rich, not just rich, wealthy personality, everybody is beginning to nobody is saying anything about it. That is to tell you that it's worrisome, it calls for worry, but that is to tell you the reality we are faced with. Nobody wants to talk about moral. If you're even talking about moral, the last time I was here, I was saying I spoke about how our young girls go on what's it called, this is their TikTok live, showcasing their nudity, the body and everything. But in a normal sense, there's no call for that. There's no need for that. But this is the society where we find ourselves in. If you ask them, they tell you they're trying to get traffic, because when they get traffic, they get money. They make money out of it and everything. And again, I think what has contributed to it is bad governance. Because if we did not find ourselves in a messy situation or messed up government where everybody just wants to survive, because no matter what you tell me, the major priority is for people to eat. It gets as bad as if it means to do anything, at least for you to eat. People, there's every tendency that people will do that. So that is the situation we find ourselves, and the generation we find ourselves, where everything rely on money, and now even the money is not easy to get. Even your morality and your good work can't even get it, because the government, the economy is messed up, the government is messed up. So what people cares about now is more money, food first, stomach first, and every other thing. So that is it.
The thing is, this issue in particular, I think enough light has not been shown on it, because it is common. It is a very common thing. It's just that this is a public figure, so it's more, you know, it seems like there is more light on it, but it's very common. I've come out, the first time I came across this as a child, I had like a far, I won't say she's a relative, like a family friend. My mom just told me, oh, she's getting married. I know this person, I know these people, they have like 4 children already. So when my mom told me, oh, this person is getting married, I said, after 4 children. She said, that's how some of them do.
That's blessing of marriage.
Like, it was like the curtain had opened into another world where this was allowed. Because before that, my own orientation is, okay, you get married and then you get children.
Yeah, before getting pregnant and start having babies.
So but the thing is, even as much as is pushed back, you know, there is no, people still frown upon it. That's the thing with people. They would laugh with it and frown upon it. They are hypocrites.
Exactly.
They are hypocrites.
Okay, I want to come in now. I remember then, I was talking to someone and he said something that, why would a man marry a woman that has not given birth for him? Could it be
recently? Recently, in regards to what you're saying, I even saw someone who said, before you pay her bride price, make sure she gets pregnant.
Exactly. So could it be something like that has been in vogue, and people are just replaying it in a way?
The thing is, sometimes is for some people that are traditional, because I've had a relative tell me this. She believed in it, that before you get married, before you become husband and wife, you have children. In case something happens, you know, we've had cases of people getting married for 20, 30 years before they would get children, or some don't even have children for the rest of their marriages. So sometimes they want to prevent things like that. So when they know that you are not I will not say fertile, which we all know lies with the man, you know. But in this instance, they now push it to the woman, like she's the one at fault. No, whatever, you know, if a woman is going to get pregnant, it lies with the man. If she's going to have a girl or a boy, it lies with the man. So if like there is an issue, it's with the man. But because of that, I'll say traditionally, some people want to see if they are fertile, they're compatible enough before they get married.
But I think that reminds me, in my hometown something like this happened. The man did not perform the rites, the traditional rites that was supposed to happen before he married the lady. So they started dating and all that, you know. Over here in Abuja, they call it Abuja marriage. So had 3 children. I think the woman was pregnant for the 4th child. In the process of labor, she lost her life. Do you know that it was in death that the man now do the traditional rite that was requested? He had to do it, like he was forced to do it. He paid the introduction
after the woman had died.
Yes. I'm telling you, this is not my own community. Yes, he had to do it.
If not, they will not take the body or bury the body.
Yes.
Well, so we're still talking at the fact that sometimes we must, although it is, I think some people said it is perhaps modernity or Christianity that made it seem as though
it's not Christianity,
or
because even according to was it not where Jesus turned water into wine? Was it not in a wedding? So to me, it's not Christianity.
And the thing is, even before you get
still talking about Jesus now.
No, but the thing is, you know, in our culture, even if we want to say the Western culture
Exactly.
has come in. We still have our traditional culture.
Exactly.
You pay
And
the
they were
bride
there
price
before. They were even there
anything.
before
The
the
culture differs. Like the part where I said that I know they said it's most common in the southeastern part of the country, where the woman has to put birth first before they marry her. Some, for instance, now maybe in the Yoruba land, they'll say the woman has to be a virgin before they marry her.
Yes.
So our culture differs.
Oh, okay.
So it depends on where you're coming from.
Exactly.
So, but notwithstanding, since we operate in a society, I know nobody can define what is norm. Okay, so all the best. We still wish Chioma and Davido.
What do you think about that ship name? It's very
Chivido.
very, very.
She and Davido and Bishi, Chef
It's
She.
very nice.
That's true. We wish them all the best as
Yeah.
they move or transit to another phase of their life, which they've already believed in.
They've
If you ask
begun
me,
already.
yeah. So it's a beautiful beginning.
Mm.
All right. There's this tweet here. It says, fear men. My friends before. Still talking about man now. My friends before boyfriend, I beg your pardon, my friend's boyfriend of 3 years, whom she spent last weekend and the public holidays with, just got married yesterday. He told her that he was going offshore this weekend because he works there. Men are not nice people. I'll have you react to that.
Why would you react? Why would you?
Because you always advocate for men now. You advocate against men. She advocates for men. She feels like they are good men. So that's what I'm saying. You should comment first.
Before she finished that story, I knew Mrs. Vicky was going to start with me. You know what? Well, to me, yeah, I'm just trying to be mindful of my words because I'm on air. But still, I always say this: God created women differently from men. Men are intentional beings. Women don't know that, so that is why I say initially when I was talking about a woman being in love, when I say to people you cannot advise a woman in love. So women these days when they are in love, they just give themselves. You don't want to reserve some for yourself, but me I always advise that you reserve some sense, so in case exits, what's it called, emergency exit, you find your way out. To me, this is not nice. This is actually not nice, and if I don't want to generalize it, but this is not nice. I mean, why would he do a thing like that? But that is meant for you. A man can be. I
beg to differ.
This is not. It's not 3 years. Yeah.
Yes.
It's not.
That is why I said men are very
meant for you. That's not.
I said I'm not generalizing. I said I didn't generalize.
I want to bring in another aspect. Another thing is, I consider people that are in relationships for more than 1 year to 2 years without marriage courtesy. How will you be with somebody 3 years and you've not got?
Let me prove you wrong.
Let me prove you wrong.
That's your opinion, but you can date someone for 10 years without even knowing the real person. People pretend they love. Are you kidding?
You don't in marriage. You don't know the person.
Exactly. No, but at least marriage will open a half, maybe just a half of you.
Just like you said, reserve senses. As I am, like this, as a lady, as a man, whatever intentions you have for yourself. See, the thing is, okay, now I'm going into a relationship. I'm not going to go into it with my eyes closed, no matter the type of love. I know I can be saying that it might not happen, but there is something I will tell my friends to tell me to do. Once a relationship gets to 1 year, I will ask you what your intentions are. I'm not, and you
in 1 year. Are you certain that you yourself, Buki, you're ready to settle down? Because is a different thing that we are still dating. Okay, maybe in the process of dating you want to
people that wait now.
Wait, let me just say something. Maybe in the you can't. Okay, let's just say this guy walks up to you and you like his personality, you like everything about him, but still you're still trying to put your life together. I'm someone that even if I
want to say something.
Wait, together,
please. I'm an advocate that a date should just be 1 day.
1 day?
Yes. if you want to date someone, let it be for that day that you're having that date. That day you should decide whether you want me in your life or not.
Wait, and you don't believe in the what's it called, talking stage?
It will be okay now.
Ask all those people now. They will
you don't know someone totally. Even myself, I don't know myself totally. Okay, sometimes I do some things and I'm amazed if I'm the one that do it. If I actually did what I did. Okay, so you don't know people. Even in marriage, they said it's a certificate. When you're getting married, they give you a certificate.
Yes, it's the
right?
school where you get a certificate before.
Wait, before you graduate. Yes, that's why you're wasting time.
No. Talking stage doesn't mean it has to last for 1 month or more than. Okay, let me.
The bond of contention is that you have to define what you want.
Yes. Wait now.
Demand. Oh, there are a lot of people that will waste your time. That's why you're collecting all the money. That's why you believe in talking stage.
It's not about money. Let me say something. Something happened yesterday after work. I was going home, so I got into this cab. It was actually a private car, but because of the economy now, nobody knows who is the commercial driver and everything. Even me, sometimes when I look at my phone and I don't have it, I say, you put to come ahead and give me money so I can top up and buy fuel. You understand? So when I got into this cab, this man is I believe he's a civil servant because the way he was dressed and everything. Okay, that period or that situation where someone is trying to get your attention, start talking. And when I looked at him from head to toe, he was okay, like properly dressed. But guess what? I intentionally did not give him that access or talking, just normal talking. He wasn't asking me out or even collecting my number. Do you know why? Because I had a turn of what the turn of was this. If you see the way he was chewing gum, that it totally turned me off.
So, but did you have to wait for like 4 days before you knew your turn off?
Exactly. No, it's not.
Okay,
there's
a place for cutting. Okay, there's a place for cutting. You do all those things.
Are you trying to tell me that if you meet me today, you met me today, you expect to know the nature of job I do, where I live, where my parents live?
No, you talk about it. That can last within 6 months.
That's what I'm trying to say. The talking stage. But you just said you want to date someone.
You are in a relationship 3 years.
I'm trying to.
You know what? I watched a movie, and they had been in a relationship for 4 years. Only for the guy, to the girl, he told her he didn't have money, and she said she didn't mind. She would do everything for him. She really loved him. She would borrow money for him in her name, only for it to come out after 4 years that he actually had money. It was from a rich family, but he was just pretending.
Do you know, before we get on, Mrs. Vicky said something. She said, no matter how rich you are, no matter how nice you are, once you smoke. So on that very first day, you don't expect to. Okay, what if it was after 1 week you notice that the person smokes? Are you going to stay? That was why I say talking stage. It's not, the talking stage doesn't necessarily mean money.
In cutting, there's room for that.
But you said and I quote, you said, if I want to date someone, if you want to date from the first day, you should know if you want to date. If you want to date from the first day I met you,
from the first day. You will know whether the person is serious with you or not.
And maybe after 7 days or 2 weeks, and I realize that you smoke, and I'm a kind of person that I can't deal with it.
2 weeks now, it's not a long time. But you said the first day, no, 2 weeks. You talk. Nobody's taking away your talking stage.
Moreover, before the 2 weeks, you've been talking. You already told this person, I don't like people that smoke. Don't you? Wouldn't you have? But something so serious for you.
Wouldn't you have those things? Because those olden days love and nowadays love is not the same. Maybe the person even these days when you ask girls, no, even if these days you ask girls what are your likes and your dislikes, they pick off first, like which one is the they feel like yes, it's true. I used to see it on Twitter. They feel like it's you
begin to know your personality.
Exactly.
Understand each other.
That's why you might not necessarily talk about whether he smokes or you don't like people that smoke.
It's the same thing. A year, 2 years, would someone know that they want you in their life permanently?
Or not?
Someone should know. Do you know if he has been lying to the girl that he was going to marry her?
No. After a certain time, whether you give the person an ultimatum, in my own opinion.
Okay, I believe in this. I believe in this system of relationship. Okay, maybe we met ourselves and we like ourselves, but we want to give ourselves a certain period of time. What if it was in a situation whereby, okay, babe, I like you, but I feel like yes, people don't want to say this, but money is very necessary, like both in marriage and relationship.
relationship.
Are very intentional.
That is what I'm saying now. Wait, and I have a friend who okay, she happens to be my girl. Okay, she has a boyfriend and they're doing well. The guy is trying to, you know, grow. The lady, I was even the one advising them. I used to suggest to them that, okay, since your girl, because of economic situation and family background, she couldn't go to school, I would suggest that she work 1 year, save up money, whatever you can assist her with, let her go back to school and probably maybe start up a business. But there are some persons who will be like, okay, since we are already in love, let's just go ahead and marry. But at the end of the day, you discover it's not just about the marriage. The both of you might want to take a pause or a break to put your life together. Maybe some persons will even say, okay, maybe before we even start the home, let's work together, let's save up money and buy a house before we begin the marriage. Things like that happen. So and yes, and you don't know how long it might take you.
It's different.
It is different.
But
Don't misunderstand. I'm not supporting this uncle that did this thing. I'm not trying to support it, but I'm just trying to say that you can't blame the lady or whoever 100%, because I've seen things like that. Somebody like me with my age and my level, if I want to get in a relationship or even marry, I would say let's work certain things out, let's get certain things. A person like me will even suggest let's buy a house, because before we even get into the whole marriage. Because at the end of the day, trust me, love is not enough. It is way far beyond I love you, baby, and I love you. That's not the marriage.
Okay, well, exactly. I want to say something. Like, it depends on your own perspective. It depends on who you are. Okay,
why not wait? Let me do my PhD after my immediately after my PhD. And things like that happen.
It depends on who you are.
Those are different instances. But you see people that are just dating for 4 years. 5 years.
This uncle might have told her that dating, you know. So you know, men are intentional and a lot of them lie. So
exactly, men are intentional. And so a man who wants to marry you in the next 6 months, he already knows he wants to marry, and he will marry you.
And he will marry you.
Let's
just like that. People plan about it now. How do people marry?
There is a very popular example. Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez.
Okay.
You know how long they dated for?
And ended up not married.
For a long time. And then they broke up, and within like 3 months, he got married to another person. Oh yeah, what happened? What happened?
That's what I'm saying now. I'm not now in this situation. We are not blaming we are not blaming Selena. Selena Gomes. We are not blaming Selena totally. That's why I say men are intentional. So it's not the lady.
I love the fact that you said men are intentional.
Yes,
and women ought to be intentional
too. That's why I say
that's what we have to portray. That's what. See, when you have a man come to you and he says, "I want to date you," ask him, how long will this last for? What are your intentions? What do you want from me? What do you have? What don't you have? How do I support? What do you expect me to do?
That's all the explanation I've been doing.
Yes, exactly. That's the explanation. The only difference is that you don't have to stay up to 3 years, 4 years before you can know a man. Even in marriage, you don't even know a man. Or the man does not know his wife. Yes, fully. You cannot know anybody fully. People change. People are dynamic. Humans are dynamic.
So are you trying to say that, okay, let me get your point now. Are you trying to say that she could have observed some things that made her notice that the man wasn't going to marry her?
Yes, it's possible. Yes, based on discussions.
You should still have reserve sense about.
Yeah, but me, this is my own kind of relationship.
And the thing is that she knows where she wants her life to go. So why did she not? The thing is, I feel like sometimes some women are very like they don't want to have that talk. They just want to.
They want the man to do everything.
They don't want to have that talk. So they want to live in they want to bury their heads in the sand and just live in a fantasy world. No,
of my man, my husband.
Is your life. You have to choose where you want it to go to. And be intentional. If someone doesn't want to be in your life, don't let them waste your time. As a woman, you have body clock.
But what apart from body clock, this is my own kind of relationship. Maybe it won't work well with you, or it won't go down well with you and every other person. This is the kind of relationship I believe in, a relationship that will help me grow. Especially, it necessarily does not. We must not end up. That is me. That is my own. Yes, we must not end up together. That is just the reality. What if we wanted to end up and maybe fate plays in and something, or reality plays? My own kind of relationship is that once I'm in a relationship, there must be something I'm gaining from that relationship, whether growing my career, career and everything. I'm a kind of person that I go into relationship being very intentional, and I can work out at any time. Once I'm not going to sit around.
You're using your head.
That's what I'm saying.
So
every other woman is not like that.
Yes.
But I can.
Most times women are emotional. That's
exactly.
not
most times. Every time women are emotional. We just feel, and you know, shege. The shege is that you've seen that will now reset your brain.
There are some women that are not necessarily so vested on emotion.
Yes, that like her.
They must have done. Something must have triggered it. Every woman wants to be loved. Apart from man, every woman wants to be loved. Every woman
wants to be loved.
Let's have your story, Bookie, before we go. Let's have your story.
Okay, I have one here. Okay. Okay, let me just go back to this. It says, if you are in a relationship and your babe isn't billing you, you should be scared. It just means someone else is spending on your behalf. So
if you're what?
if you are in a relationship and your babe isn't billing you, you should be scared. It just means someone else is spending
that's
on
the
your
truth
behalf.
No, that's the truth. Yes. That's the truth. Yes, every woman needs money. Let's stop pretense. You're with a woman.
You're working.
That's what I'm
working.
Sorting yourself out.
Like Adenkule, he came out recently, the musician. He said that one thing that really attracted him to his wife, Simi, was the fact that all through their relationship, she never asked him for a kobo.
She never.
Are you shocked?
She got kobo. She has kobo. But wait, I am just saying, no matter. Okay, I'm this kind of person that believes that yes, I want
never asked him, but you don't.
Yeah, don't do it. Person like me, okay, when although you know
have to think about
yes.
What if right? Maybe he's investing in something that will build your future, both of you, and you have your money. You work, you have your money. Can't you sort out your
when
bills?
I say men are intentional, I mean I can bet you men are intentional in every aspect.
Okay. What if he gives you and you say no?
If he gives you, there are two ways to it. If he gives you and he say no, and he knows that you're a kind of person that if he gives you, you always say no, he will get it himself. Yes, he will get it himself. He might go out and say, oh, this hair, okay, or maybe he goes out, maybe a colleague, or maybe this is my colleague and I love this hair. Yes, I love this hair on her and I feel like it will look good on my woman. He buys it for her. Which one is he does not have kobo? Wait, you must.
The thing is that there's another aspect to this thing, because you know now in recent times it seems like a lot of women are now entitled in another aspect, looking at it from another aspect. That's just my own opinion, because now if you have some girls that will say, okay, I watched the video, she was like, I have to be getting 500k monthly as those ones are just set,
but
people say
those ones are, yes, they are, but let me tell you, men do it, but let me tell you, the first ever relationship I had, I think it was the kind of relationship that builded my mind, or that molded me in a way that I am now. I'm a kind of person that, trust me, even if my husband is a billionaire, I was saying it here in our last show, I'm not a kind of a woman that wants to sit at home. Sitting at home makes me depressed. Even if it's just 1,000 a minute, I want to always go out, interact with people, just with colleagues and all that. Do you understand? Yes, I want to have my own money as a woman, but I still will not stick around a man who does nothing. Read my lips, who does nothing.
Of course, no man wants to be idle. No man will sit around.
It's not about being idle. No, you as a man, I want to have my money and still spend our money. Yes, my money is my money. Our money.
Okay, his money is our money.
His money is our money. Yes, I'm a kind of woman that, yes, I want to have my own income to support my man when needs arise. One day is emergency, but I'm still a kind of person that will not stick around a man who does nothing for me. Yes, I'm saying this online because you as a man, men know what they want. Now the kind of first relationship I had is this kind of relationship that I would just be on. I never asked him one day for anything. The only thing I ever asked him then is if I needed some textbooks, I'll be like, okay, we are asked to get these certain textbooks, but weekly sometimes I would just say he would just send me money. seriously, that is why I say men are intentional. No, I am not. It's not like I'm bragging or something. This is just the reality. The only time I asked him for money, or the few times that, because I was very much younger, so it's not like in this generation where everybody wants to wear human hair. Those days we don't even know which one is human hair and the rest of it. But the only time you ever see me, maybe we are told to buy this textbook and I need it. But on several occasions you'll be the one to send me money without asking. You understand? And then he was in Lagos and I was still with my auntie. So that was the kind of mentality and the kind of, I feel like I understand. A man who calls himself your man will do things for you. He necessarily must not be buying you Lamborghini or Rolls Royce or Benz, but he must at least do something. Is a must for me. Is a must.
He must do something.
Yes, he must.
Of course, every man would do something. Yes.
And a man who loves you, who is intentional, you don't have to remind him. Men are intentional. Men knows that, okay, if another man buys this thing for my woman, it might probably, because women are emotional and women are, women have fragile emotion. He might probably buys her off. So he wants to keep doing those
money.
things.
You think every woman?
It's not money. I'm just making reference. It's not just about money.
But the emphasis, is it money? Must be money.
It must not be. The little things matter. That's what we don't understand. Okay, let me just say this. Mrs. Vicky, your shoe might cost 20,000 naira or 50,000 naira, and let's just say the man I'm dating is not up to that level, and he goes out maybe someday buys me this one that costs 7,000 or 5,000. I will appreciate it. I am not bent on him buying me this one you're wearing that is 50,000, but at least he's doing something. I am seeing that, okay, this is the one he can afford at the moment. So when he gets to the stage when he can afford that one you're wearing, he definitely will.
Exactly. I get your point. Now, like when you're in love with somebody, you should show some effort. Yes, love. Sometimes people say that love is sacrificial. Once you're not even sacrificing anything,
how can you say you love and you're giving nothing?
Love is giving too. Oh, you don't agree?
Okay,
you are nodding your head.
No,
I do
agree. I do agree about that, because the thing is, I know for sure that if you really love someone, you go out of your way, to do things for them. But just that this one it says that if you are in a relationship and the girl is not billing you, that means someone is doing the spending on your behalf. Not necessarily all the time.
Exactly. But at least sometimes. Okay, maybe.
Well, it also depends on the girl you are dating.
Exactly. See, the thing is, that sometimes I feel I say that sometimes some men,
in 20 seconds
they bite more than they can chew. They bite more than they can chew.
Exactly.
So they bite more than they can chew.
But Buki, let me tell you that, okay, how do you describe a man who you stay from year to year? He doesn't know that as a woman you need toiletries. He doesn't know as a woman you need deodorant. He doesn't ask. He doesn't give. Kilo de.
But you should work to buy yourself toiletries. And
I am not saying you're the one.
We will not end the show with mercy. It's Mercy emphasizing on all this. We know we will not end the show. I always say she's an advocate against men, an antagonist. Well, I myself and Buki, we are protagonists.
We're fighting for you, men.
Well, it's been a very beautiful and wonderful time on the show today. Like we began, we want to wish Davido and Chioma a fantastic marriage life with beautiful beginnings and more at the later end. I remain Victoria Agbi.
And I am Bukola Ogunweke.
And at this point, this is where we draw the curtain for today's episode. But don't mind Mrs. Vicky. I'm an understanding girlfriend. I'm just a realist. I'm a realist. And until we come your way some other time, keep watching Captain Television. I am Mercy Emily T. Bye for now.